Alright people, this is Brad the Lad back again with another video, and we're going to get off to a pretty bad start in terms of the topics. We're going to talk about the Andre Gomes injury. He fractured his ankle after a tackle from Heung-min Son in the 1-1 draw between Everton and Spurs at Goodison Park, and it was quite horrible. I didn't see it first time. I had to do something, and I felt sorry for Son because I've been in his position. The injury luckily wasn't as bad. Gomez's injury was far worse, but I was on the mugger at PE once and I slipped and I hurt this guy's leg, and there's two people had to carry him off into first aid at school. So I've been in that position, in Son's position, when you feel that guilt. But he was absolutely distraught. I can tell back that he didn't mean it at all. I personally, I think it was a freak accident, but I've had a lot of stick from Everton fans, and I said I was pleased that his red card was overturned. People said he should be banned for the season, banned for 6 games, stuff like that. And there was a guy who was very, very, very angry at me, told me to fuck off. He said I'm taking the piss out of his injury. He called me some things. And look, Everton fans, I am sorry if you've got something against me now. I am sorry for having that opinion, but it's my opinion. Maybe I shouldn't have said it. I've deleted the comments now, if that makes you any happier. Probably you don't care. You'll probably say fuck your apology. Okay, that's fine. But just wanted to get off to the start. Obviously Andre Gomes, I'm glad that his surgery went successfully well. It's horrible to see anything like that. It's really, really distressing, and I could see how much it was affecting everybody. It looks so bad. I haven't actually seen, nobody will see the actual footage of when the ankle, did what it did. But yeah, just wanted to get that out of the way. It was a game that was overshadowed by that injury. So very sorry for Andre Gomes, and I hope he makes a recovery as soon as possible. Right, next we're going to talk about VAR. So, VAR, watching the Everton Spurs game, it overtook that game. I'm sorry. It had an absolute nightmare. They didn't obviously look at the tackle. Obviously, they changed their mind themselves. But Martin Atkinson was the referee at Arsenal Palace, and he got criticised for made a decision where he gave a penalty, where he booked that half a dive in, and then VAR overturned him. But in the Everton, and he got the Everton Tottenham game, and Everton fans don't really like Martin Atkinson. And I think that's a bit of an understatement. So there's a collision between Mina and Son. Mina loses his balance. He makes contact with Son. VAR check it. Have a look at a couple of replays. No penalty. Then they want to look at it again. They've made the decision. No penalty. Fine. I think that was a correct decision. Then but why did they need to look at it again? They say wait. Then Pickford goes to the ref, and then Son goes over. Then the ref starts smiling and laughing with the players. I didn't understand that part. Sorry, I just got a notification about the Son thing. But yeah, wasn't a penalty. That was a correct decision. The next one, though, Everton have 2 penalties turned down. There's actually 3 decisions that the referee gets wrong, in my opinion. Richarlison goes down under a challenge from Davinson Sanchez. Clear penalty. Although Richarlison, though, I watched a channel called Network Michael D. I think that's it. I hope I'm right. but I watch his videos all the time. He's a fantastic YouTuber, by the way, very passionate about Everton. And he said Richarlison has a reputation of diving on, as going to the floor every first opportunity, and he does. That is not what you need to do. That it's just silly. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, going down every single time. It's just a bit daft. But that was a penalty. But I'll excuse Martin Atkinson on this one. VAR got it wrong. It was VAR that got it wrong. Atkinson's view was blocked by Sissoko. Looking on the replays from the ref's view, it was blocked by Sissoko, so he couldn't really see. So VAR let him down on that one. The next one, though, ball comes in for a corner. Ball hits Dele Alli on the arm. There's two sides to this. I can understand one point of it, and I can't understand the other part of it, right? The rules are, if you touch the ball, if you create a chance or score a goal with the use of your arm, the goal will not stand. Why isn't that the case in the other penalty box? Why isn't that the case in the other penalty box? The ball hits Dele Alli. He actually said that he felt an elbow coming into his face, so that's why he put his arm up. The ball hits his arm. Okay, it's an accident. It's not deliberate, but his arm is in an unnatural position, and that should have been a penalty, according to the rules. But if they didn't have that ridiculous rule, then maybe people might understand. And there's a pitch side monitor, right? There's a pitch side monitor where you can go across and look at it yourself. Why don't VAR talk to the referee and tell him to go over to the monitor to look at the VAR? But no, they don't want to look at the VAR. They're trusting their own decision and say, nah, I don't think that's a penalty, right? Referees, I'm supportive of referees, okay, right? I've got nothing against them, but this VAR thing, they're delaying too much. I used to like it. I used to think, it's got teething problems, it'll get better, but that game, it just says, right, next season, take it away. When VAR was first going to come in, I thought, right, great, the refs are going to get help. This is good for them. But it's making it even worse. I really don't understand. It's ridiculous. There's a pitch side monitor. Okay, maybe you don't want to, make yourself feel insecure, feel like you can't trust your own decisions. Okay, that's the only thing that can get out of this. But I'd look at the pitch side monitor if I was a ref. I mean, maybe I could be a ref in the future. I'd look at the monitor, absolutely. I'd be like, right, okay, I'm gonna have a look at. What I'd do is I'd go over, speak to my fourth official, then bring in the two managers, say, right, look, I'm gonna look at the monitor. Please don't get him away. Please tell your players to stay out my way, and I'll look at the monitor and see what my view of it is, and then I'll look at it, make a decision. That is how it should be done. Okay, you can have communications with your fellow refs. That's okay, right? But if there's a decision where you can't decide, go over to the monitor and see it yourself. It's not that hard. I don't know why I've got on a bit of a rant there. It's nothing aimed personally at any individual ref, but it's something quite simple that should happen. Right, Liverpool played 2 games in 48 hours. That's ridiculous. I'm a Man United fan or not, that's ridiculous. You can't make Liverpool play Aston Villa and then play the next day as well. That's just ridiculous. That's just wrong. Unless Liverpool decide to play loads of youngsters and then Villa beat them like 3-0 or something. I don't know. And then they're more focused on the Club World Cup. I mean, they're making it impossible for Liverpool, really. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens, but that's just daft. Again, I mean, they're going to have to play 90 minutes of football on a Tuesday night, because it's been on a Tuesday night, it's been confirmed. Then they're gonna have to fly over to, I don't know where of where it's been taking place, but they've got to fly over there, probably be jet lagged, and it might affect the performance. And then they've got to play a Premier League game the weekend. How does that work? It's just daft. Next, Xhaka stripped of Arsenal captaincy. Correct decision. Correct decision from Unai Emery and Arsenal. I don't know if it was Emery's decision or if it was the club's decision, but what he did was wrong. And I still think they should sell him personally, and nothing against him, but I think it's for his sake and for the club's sake. Correct decision. Next, should West Ham sack Pellegrini? Now, this is an interesting one. West Ham's last win was against us. 2-0 win against Man United. Look, I don't think they will sack him, and I don't know. I could see why the West Ham fans are getting frustrated. I thought it'd really improve West Ham, but there just seems to be some It's like a West Ham thing. I don't know why it is. I mean, I don't know what they were like under Allardyce that well. I mean, obviously I know they had the good results and the bad results, but there just seems to be this inconsistency where they're so like lazy. Like at Everton, I remember watching them against Everton, and they're absolutely shite. West Ham, they didn't turn up. They had the opportunity to go third in the Premier League against Everton, who were like 17th, and Everton just wanted it more. And they drew 1-1 with Sheffield United. Again, I think a lot of teams would be disappointed drawing with the newly promoted team. They lost 3-2 to Newcastle, which I never expected. I thought it'd be 1-0 to West Ham. I thought it'd be a really crap game, but it wasn't. West Ham were absolutely awful. Newcastle were brilliant. Newcastle could have scored 6 or 7 in that game. But yeah, I do feel he's under pressure. And this is a stat about Manuel Pellegrini. He has this week they go to Burnley. And West Ham have an awful record against Burnley. Well, he does personally. In the last 2 meetings, he's got a 0% Premier League record at Turf Moor. He's had 2 games as a manager in the Premier League with 2 different clubs at Turf Moor. Manchester City lost 1-0 in 2015 and 2-0 last season to Burnley against West Ham. So Sean Dyche will be quite optimistic. His team have lost 2 games in a row, 7 goals conceded in a week, conceded 4 at home to Chelsea, and then conceded 3 at Bramall Lane against Sheffield United. Wenger to Bayern Munich. I don't think he will, to be honest. I think Allegri will get the job, personally. I hope he doesn't. I hope he gets a United job. I don't want Solskjaer at United anymore. I really don't. A lot of people are beginning to turn on him. I can see why. There's some people that are sticking with him, but I really don't see why. I mean, I was thinking, right, right, so we beat Partizan, we beat Norwich, we beat Chelsea. If we can beat Bournemouth and we can continue build some momentum, maybe they might convince me that Ollie might be the man. But no, we lose to Bournemouth. We were crap against Bournemouth. We deserve to lose that game. But yeah, I'd like maybe an Ancelotti, maybe an Allegri at the club. That would be brilliant. But Ollie's not the man for United. I'm sorry, but he isn't. Last one is, could Dwight McNeil come back to Man United? I would absolutely take that. I'm actually working on the Burnley West Ham game this weekend. One of my games up there on my board. I've done Norwich Watford there. Then there's the Burnley West Ham one up there. That's my take on it. I think, personally, I'd take Dwight McNeil back. I didn't even know he used to play for Man United, to be fair, but he looks a fantastic player at Burnley, and I think some clubs will be in the move for him. I think a club like Leicester or Everton or Wolves, I've heard they've been linked with him as well, so you never know, really. Right, I'm going to go into my Premier League predictions in part 2.